Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. It is me, Dr. Donna. Welcome to week 24 of 11. Last week, I read Leadership, Helping Others to Succeed. Here's what I have for you. Ladies and gentlemen, this book was a compilation of multiple leaders being interviewed and sharing their work, their perspective on leadership, and all of the nuggets that they had in order for people to succeed. I took away top 10 and I'm going to review them. I am recommending the book as well. So number one, when you don't walk your talk, you hurt your credibility. And that is from David Wright. When you don't walk your talk, you hurt your credibility. Number two, to bring people past the limitations of their own potential is leadership. To bring people past the limitations of their own potential is leadership. And that's from Lauren Maisel. And I think that that is great because meet your potential is one of the 74 principles of real leadership. And I believe that this philosophy falls right in line with that principle. Number three, don't hire in your likeness. Don't hire in your likeness. When I worked at Frito-Lay, we watched the film Perry the Peacock in the Land of Penguins, and they kept trying to make Perry a penguin, and he was a peacock, and they wanted him to put that tight penguin suit on, and it messed up his big fanning tail full of colors and everything. And what the penguins realized is that when danger lurked, everybody came together, and it was the diversity of the birds that allowed them to be victorious. So do not hire in your likeness, and that came from Dr. Vicki Gordon. Number four, sometimes it's very painful, but I always find you are much better off if you talk straight and do the right thing. And this is coming from Patricia Schroeder, and I'll say that again. Sometimes it's very painful, but I always find you are much better off if you talk straight and do the right thing. Do the right thing. Keep it a buck. And be honest is one of the 74 principles of real leadership. Number five, and these next three came from Senator George J. Mitchell. Number five, you can't relive history. No matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, you can't relive history. Number six, learn from your mistakes, but do not be paralyzed by them. Therefore, always look to the future. Grow continually is one of the 74 principles of real leadership. Yes, you will make mistakes. Yes, you need to conduct after-action reviews to see what worked, what didn't work, and how you can improve, but you are growing forward. Do not let those mistakes paralyze you. And then number seven, start each day with a clean slate. If you are going to grow forward, you need a clean slate to be able to do that. So you take the experience and the information and you use it each day to continuously grow forward. Number eight, lead your life rather than being led by it. Lead your life rather than being led by it. And this is coming from Denise Brulette. Yes, lead your life. You are the CEO of Me Incorporated. I say it all the time. You are the leader of your life. So let your leadership skills lead your life. And do not allow the things taking place in your life to lead you. Do not be led by them. Be led by you. Number nine, when the ego eats the brain, the leadership skills are destroyed. When the ego eats the brain, the leadership skills are destroyed. And that came from Dr. Tom Bay. And number 10 also came from Dr. Tom Bay. Strength comes with trust. Weakness comes with lack of trust. And establish trust and be trustworthy is one of the 74 principles as well, principles of real leadership as well. It was an interesting book and it came from different perspectives. As I mentioned earlier, yes, I am recommending the book. I'm sure that you will find your own set of nuggets when you read the book. So yes, read the book. Absolutely. Last week's meditation, I did want to hear what came up. As many of you know, I post a lot on social media. Before I didn't, when I had my Facebook account, I was posting over 100 times a day. Then my Facebook account got deleted, and so it went down to 85. And it came in my meditation because I need to start transitioning into more of my own and what I'm doing. So I had to decrease the amount that I was posting publicly, because I started doing broadcast channels on Instagram, and my subscriptions on Instagram and Snapchat are changing as well. And in order for me to make that transition, I'm only one person. I know y'all think I'm superhuman, but I'm still only one person. I had to decrease the amount that I was posting publicly. And it was so hard for me to not do it. And I said, oh, somebody caught up in their ego. That's why you don't want to let this go. You want everybody to see how much you're posting, but it has to have a purpose. So I decreased the amount that I was posting. It is more targeted. It is causing me to say, this is the value that I'm bringing today to these platforms. And because the broadcast channels are different, and because what I'm doing behind the scenes for the subscriptions, that requires me to have to film different content. And so there's no way I was going to be able to keep posting 85 times and do everything else that I'm doing. But I had a little bit of ego going in there, so I had to check myself. And now I'm down to between 45 and 50 times. I know that seems like a lot, but when you go from 85 to that lower number, and really it's probably going to just end up being 3 in the feed and 3 to 4 in the stories. That's interesting, but I had to do like Teddy Pendergrass. I think I better let it go. So I had to let go of my ego and how many times I post a day, wearing that as a badge of honor. So it was definitely a growth opportunity from last week's meditation. This week's book, Active Choices. Well, that's my time, ladies and gentlemen. But before I get out of here, just remember the journey of 11, a time for meditation to a path of manifestation. Adios.